Hello everyone and welcome to Nancy's Magic Touch and DIYs. In today's video, I'm taking one super thrift store item I found. I was so lucky I found this piece and I was also very excited when I found it. I'm giving this piece a multi-purpose. We will use it. I will display it in many different ways. So you want to stick around and see this project. I am absolutely in love with it. So without any further ado, grab a nice warm cup of tea and let's get started. So I found this old sewing machine desk at the thrift store and I could not resist it. This is a beautiful piece to work on, so I'm going to go ahead and explore it a little bit and then get to work. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the sewing machine out of the desk, and I am going to completely take this desk apart. I took my electric rotary sander and I sanded all the pieces with 120 grit sandpaper to start. I put my table all back together and now I'm getting ready for the next step. I purchased this black container, and now what I'm going to do is just trace it on my table and cut with my jigsaw accordingly to make it fit into the space. So as you can see, this is traced, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that off and adjust until it fits perfectly. Now that the hole is cut to size and my container fits, I have a little bit of an issue because there is a lip on the bucket and I need to remove the side of that lip in order to lay more flat, in order to be able to close the piece of furniture. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the edge of this container. I took my sander with 120 grit sandpaper and sanded the side of this lip to make sure that it's smooth. I also had to cut all of these little pieces that are on the side, and to cut all this I just used a utility knife and I was very careful with that. So now my container fits as flat as it can. Now that my piece is all cut and ready, I'm going to go ahead and give this a really good wipe, get rid of all the dust. I also want to mention that I sanded all the top part of this desk with a 240 grit sandpaper to give it a smoother finish. Now I'm taking my Rust-Oleum chalk paint in linen white, and I am going to give the bottom piece 2 coats of paint, but I'm not painting the top part at all. Now I'm using a sponge sand block, and I'm going to go ahead and distress this piece until I like the look. So it can be a little or as much as you want for your desired taste. Now I'm just using the leaf blower and pushing all the dust out of the way. I'm using this little electric tool that I have here, and it has a sanding part attachment that you put to it, and I'm using 120 grit paper on it in order to bring these old hardware back to its original state. Now I'm using black Rust-Oleum spray paint and give it this 2 good coats of paint, allowing to dry properly in between. I give this table a really good wipe again to make sure there's no dust residue as I'm getting ready to stain the top part of my table. And to stain this table, I'm using the Mixwax wood finish stain in the color Early American. And I am going to apply 2 good coats of that stain. I like applying my stain with a sock. I put a rubber glove underneath the socks and I just dip the socks into the stain and rub it all over my piece. It's such an easy process to do it this way. You don't have to deal with paintbrushes and you just wipe as you go. And this is my favorite way of staining wood. Now that my pieces are all stained and dried, I'm going to go ahead and apply a protector to the top part of my piece. And I am going to use polyacrylic by Mixwax. And this is in a satin finish. And I'm giving 3 coats of this polyacrylic to ensure really good protection. Now, because I used the black container in the center of my table, this drawer no longer fits. So I'm going to take off the hardware and I am going to cut the back piece of this drawer in order to make it fit to the table. I tried the drawer piece in front of my table on the white painted bottom part, and I did not like it. So I decided to paint it white like the rest of the table. So I sanded it, and now I'm giving it 2 coats of the same paint, and I'm going to go ahead and distress it the same way as well. Now I'm using wax by Behr, and it's clear. There's no color to it. And I'm going to use a chalk paint / wax brush that I got on hand. And I'm going to apply a generous amount all over the white painted area of the table, but not the top part. Now I'm taking a rag and I am buffing this wax really well, and it does give a really nice finish. This is a really good protection for chalk paint furniture. I'm really loving it. It's got a little bit of shine to it, but I'm okay with that. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my top part together. So I'm going to put my hardware in place with some 5/8 screws that I got for this piece. And because I have the container that's going on the bottom, I need to raise one side of these hinges a little bit. So I'm going to use some little spacer to get that little lift that I need in order for these two pieces to close properly. Now I'm going to put what we will call now a fake drawer back in place. And because of the little grooves in the bottom where the inches are, if I put it the way it was, you can see that and it doesn't look very attractive. But by turning it upside down, the lip seems to be resting lower, and it actually fixes the issue very quickly that way. So I'm gonna go on the back, and it has a lip on the drawer as well, which it makes it easy for me to actually just screw this piece on to the piece of furniture. Now I'm going to put a black handle, a little knob, but it goes all the way in. It doesn't stick out a little bit. So in order for me to do that, I am going to put one of those spacer thing on the back and screw it on, and that will fix that issue. And I'm guessing a spacer is not wide enough, so I am going to go ahead and use a bolt and a spacer to fix the issue. I have purchased this kind of a tray at Ikea, and I'm going to use this on the side of my table for some storage. So I'm going to go ahead and measure and screw 2 screws, one on each side of the end of the table, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in place. I really like this little type of shelving storage thing because it's got the hooks that you put on the back of them, and you can actually like just hang different things onto them. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all this together. I decided to actually just use the leg of the table as a guide to where I'm going to mark the area for my screws. Now for the board support, I need to put a little bit of some felt so that it doesn't scratch the top of the board that's going to be open to the side. So I'm just going to use one of these felt little piece, and I am going to use that at the end of the support just to make sure I protect the table. I'm simply going to hot glue it in place. Now I'm going to go ahead and give my tray container a wipe. And I have also purchased some kind of a tray as well to put inside the container piece for a multi-purpose function. So I'm going to go ahead and wash these two pieces and put them together. I have purchased a black curtain rod, one of those mini ones that you can buy, and I'm just going to go ahead and place this on this side of the table, and we can hang something on it with hooks, or it can be paper towel, so this can be multi-purpose as well. I want to make sure when I put it on, in case I do use paper towel, that when I do take the support for the top piece, that it's not in the way, so make sure that it's low enough for that. I was running into a little bit of issues having a sore wrist, so my handsome hubby came to the rescue to help me. So we drilled some holes onto the piece to make it easier to put the curtain rod in place. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put the rod in place and hand some hooks. These hooks are from Ikea. They are super nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a few on there. Now the hard part is all over. My table is all put together, and here is the side shelf with hooks, and over here is the curtain rods that I'm going to use for multi-purpose. And as I open the top part, you see how nice and neat that is. And of course you can't forget to pull out the support in order for the shelf to have no pressure. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and reopen the piece, and it's nice and smooth and it looks fantastic. I'm loving this already. So now the fun part is to give this piece a multi-purpose, and I have set it up as a mini kitchen island. I have put a lot of stuff and cleared a lot of my counter space with this mini island. As you can see, the tray in the middle with all the stuff that I put in there, tea, coffee, sugar, marshmallow, spice, that's removable. And as you can see, I also added another rack to put my paper towel. And on the back over here, I put some mini cutting boards. I also put some salt and pepper, vinegar, and oil on the top of the shelf, along with a tea towel. On the other side of the mini kitchen island, I have put multiple hooks, and of course this is the support for the top, not shelf, but the board. And as you can see, I was able to put a lot of my utensils that I'm using every day, and it's such an easy access for me when it comes to get ready for cooking. Everything is there. I'm loving this. I have placed a nice bowl on the top with some fruit, and this mini kitchen island is one of a kind piece, to my opinion. The rack in the middle is removable, so you can use the bucket inside for a wash station, or if you want to put something on ice as well, and both of them are removable for easy cleanup. Now I have put the piece in another part of my kitchen just to give it a try, and I turned it into a mini bar. So what I did over here is I put some wine glasses, the cutting board remained to cut some lemon or whatnot, and I put some candles on the top of the bar just to give it a nice atmosphere, ambiance, and all the favorite drinks on this side inside of some hanging basket that I got at Ikea as well, and some beautiful thrifted wooden bowls to put all the goodies like party mix or chips or candies or whatnot. And on this side over here, I put the wine bottle. And inside I put some rim spice, some extra little plastic cup in case you have a lot of people, some stick to put your cherries or your lemon or whatnot. And this is removable as well. I have some shooters in there. And you can fill this up with ice and put your wine to chill, or all your beer or your coolers, and there will be no mess and everything will be nice and cold. I also took out a nice bucket if you want to put that to the side just to chill your wine, and when I'm not using it, I can just hang it to the hook on the side. And now a mini makeup slash hair vanity. On the side shelf, you can put all your hair products like your hairspray, etc. Or on the other side, you can hang your flat iron, your hair dryer, and put all your brushes in one of those hang buckets. And in the middle, you can put all your makeup, your cleanser, all your hair clips, everything you need really to get ready. And now a mini office, perfect for small spaces. On the side shelf here, you can put your iPad, your laptop, and there's hooks on the bottom again just to hang any accessory things that you want to hang up. And over on the other side, all your wires that you need, or anything else for that matter. I have a little lamp in that container. On the top, you can have your charging stations for your watch, your phone, your AirPods, and inside, of course, all your office accessories and some treats to make the day more enjoyable. Also, when you open it up, you can use this as a actual desk. Put a little stool on the bottom or a chair and sit here with your laptop and a little lamp, and you have your mini desk. How convenient is this? Well, that's it for this video, folks. I need to know your thought about this thrifted piece. 4 different option that I came up with for this piece. If you have other ideas for this piece, please share with me in the comments down below. If you like this, please give me the big thumbs up. And of course, I want to know your favorite options out of the 4 that I have put on my video. And if you like what you see in my videos, please hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel and help me grow. Until next time, folks, have yourself a wonderful day.